Good morning, students. Today we will start fourth chapter of chemistry, that is metals and non-metals. Students, you know that anything around us having mass and occupies space, that is matter, is classified into two categories: metals and non-metals. Today we will discuss the properties of metals and non-metals. So let's start. So there are two types of properties. One is physical properties and one is chemical properties. In physical properties, we are talking about the shape, size, color, melting point, boiling point, hardness, and conductivity of substance. Second one is chemical properties of substance. In chemical properties, when a substance react with air, water, other chemicals, what they form or which type of new substance is formed, these all we are talking in their chemical properties. So we will start from the physical properties of metals and non-metals. So first one is physical state. Most metals are solid at room temperature. You know, or you have seen in your home also, iron, copper, aluminium, zinc, they are mostly in the solid state. One metal is only that is in the liquid state is mercury. It is found in liquid form at normal room temperature. Second property of metal is color. Most metal have silvery gray color. Gold is yellow in color, golden yellow. Copper, it is found in reddish brown in color. Third property we have, that is metallic luster. Word luster means shine. Metals have shiny surface, so metals are called lustrous. For example, gold, platinum, silver, so that they are used for making jewelry, for making decoration pieces, etc. Next is hardness. Metals are quite hard at normal room temperature. Like copper, iron, they are mostly found in solid state. They are quite hard. Only two metals, that is sodium and potassium, they are soft. They can be easily cut with knife so that sodium and potassium can be used easily in laboratories for experiments. Next property we have ductility. Metals have the property due to which they can be drawn into thin wires. This property of metal is called ductility. So, metals are ductile. Most ductile metal is gold. We can draw 2 kilometers of wires from 1 gram of gold. Silver also can be drawn into wires. Copper wire we have seen in our home as electrical wire. So metals are ductile. Metals are good conductor of electricity and heat. It means metals can allow to pass heat and electricity through them easily, so that cooking utensils are made up from metals, electrical wires made from copper wire, aluminium, silver and copper are also the best conductor of heat. Silver is the first best conductor of heat and electricity, followed by the copper. We have the next property, that is sonority. Sonority is related with the sound. When metal is striking on a hard surface or by a hard object, they can produce a sound. That sound is called metallic sound or clink sound. Due to this property of metals are sonorous, or this property of metal is called sonority. So, metals are used for making bells. Next property we have, that is density. Metals have high density. What is density? Density is mass per unit volume. Metals have high density because they have more mass, as well as when we compare the density with volume of metals are very low, so metal have high density. Lead has high density, therefore it is used for making fishing nets. The next property of metal, that is malleability. Malleability means the property of metal in which metal can be hammered into thin sheets. For example, you have seen the silver metal in the form of sheets on the sweets, as well as the aluminium foil roll the chapatis, gold in the form of foil used in the jewelries. So, metals are called malleable. They can be converted into thin sheets by hammering. We have the next property of metal, that is tensile strength. Tensile strength. Metals have high tensile strength. It means they can bear a lot of stress without breaking, so that iron widely used in the construction of buildings, construction of bridges, railway lines, because they can carry the heavy load without breaking. Next physical property of metal, that is melting point and boiling points. Melting point is the temperature at which any solid substance start to melt, and boiling point, at this temperature a liquid start to boil. Metals have high melting and high boiling points. For example, the melting point of iron is 1535 °C. Why metals have high melting and boiling points? Metals are rigid. Their particles are very closely packed, as well as the force of attraction between the particles of metal are very strong, so that they have high melting and boiling points. In the next video, I will teach you about the physical properties of nonmetals. Thank you.